Marshall. I play Harrison Dula on Star Wars Rebels, and you're watching The Cyber Nerds. Fan for life. May the Force be with you.
We are live. Guys, welcome back to another Sith Temple episode. I'm Raven, your GS.
I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And it's almost that time where Rebels almost done. And this is the review for episode 14, A Fool's Hope. A Foolisher.
What is wrong with you?
That's where we're at. Alright. So, Joe, let's break it down. Let's chop it up. Episode 13, your thoughts?
14. Alright, yeah. To me, yeah, this is the prelude to the big dance. You know what I'm saying?
You said the prelude to the big dance.
Yeah, like, this is like the prees, you know what I'm saying? This is when you go and hang out with your friends right before you like go to prom. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt.
Oh, okay.
That's how I felt. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I would never call an episode, like, I couldn't call it filler. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but obviously the episode before, big hype, new thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not changing, the last episode didn't change the Star Wars universe, but like it introduced us, like it dug much deeper into the Force, which I always love. You always love those episodes. And then this episode brings us back to normal just reality.
Boots on the ground.
Do you know what I'm saying? Boots on the ground stuff. So like maybe a tad disappointed that we've just gone from high to just less, but it's okay because I'm like, I know what's coming next. I know like the next two episodes are about to be a madness. Bro.
No, absolutely.
But I like this episode. Sorry.
No, I absolutely understand where you're coming from, because when I was watching this, I was like, yes. But at the same time, I never spazzed out. Like I did the last episode 13, or even the previous one. So yes, he gave us stuff, and obviously, like you said, we're getting there. This is just, you know, the calm before the storm. But it's not really calm because Sabine went in. Sabine went in. Like I really love this episode. Like when it came to Sabine just moving to all the clones. Like I absolutely love it. Her on the jetpack, just being a Mandalorian. Like so that's my high for this episode.
Do you know what? Yeah, like I really like this episode as well. I don't just think it was Sabine. Like I feel like all of them really go in. Like you see Zeb moving forward. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Being a bad man. You see Ezra taking it to the assassin and all that other stuff. One character, that I have been giving crap to the last couple episodes, I feel redeemed herself this episode. Now, Governor Price. The last two episodes, I've been like, Governor Price has been acting inconsistent with her character that we've seen in the past, and I think it took this episode for me to understand really why. To now understand why she blew the fuel cells on the base. Because she says in this episode, like, if we don't catch these rebels or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get executed. Now, if I think back to her mindset when she loses Hera, she's got Hera escapes, and she's like, that's all she's thinking about right then. I'm gonna be dead. Like if these lot get away, there's nothing I can say that keeps my head on my shoulders.
Right.
So she blows the fuel cells. And in this episode, maybe just because she verbalized it, and I knew she'd be in trouble, but I guess I never thought the realness of the scenario for her.
Well, when you hear it from her own mouth,
You know,
it puts things in perspective.
Yeah, it
and
does.
It's like, yo, like if I'm getting chopped off, what makes you think what I'm gonna do to you?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So that just puts everything more in perspective.
So,
like a whole, like obviously they used it as a scapegoat to you know, to get things done in the fall, while Thrawn is away. That's cool. You know, one thing that made me really scared, like every time Zeb pushed forward, I was like, fam, like is this it? Like is Zeb gonna like take out a whole squad, but then just some guy behind him just gonna give him a cheap shot and that's it? Like, man, it's done. Like that really kept me on the edge. Like whenever he moved forward.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, bro, Zeb is going on mad right now.
Yeah, his face expressions.
Is man gonna get chopped? One thing I didn't like about this episode, like, I feel like people got blown up, but no one got killed. If you get what I'm saying, I feel like they obviously it's on Disney XD, blah blah. We talk about this every week, but like I felt like
You know what?
It just wasn't savage enough. Like,
you know what?
For the stuff they was trying to do.
Because I said earlier on, nothing made me jump. That's actually like at one point I slightly jumped
When the two wolves.
When the two wolves got that claw in their mouth, and I'm like, oh, and then they didn't just.
Let me just correct you and say stormtrooper in their mouth. Because you said clone, innit?
Oh, sorry.
Before someone starts peppering you and saying you don't know the difference between stormtroopers and clone troopers.
But yeah, that I was like, man, like, but also Price, like the wolves on top of it, and I'm like, it just cuts the scene, and I'm like, oh, did it take her?
See, that's the thing. That's what I felt like it did a lot. Like Ezra throws the assassin off the edge of the cliff, and in my first, I was like, oh, the assassin's done.
Yeah.
Game over.
Right.
Next scene, they just show him crawling back up. And I'm like, I'm fine with that, but like...
But he keeps doing that. It's a bit repetitive.
It continues to do that, just not with that character, like with other characters as well. Like, even, like, just some of the stormtroopers, like, two Lothals are biting on this stormtrooper and then they just throw him. I mean, you don't have to show him get ripped in half, but cut to it and make us think something savage.
Yes, you can, because we've seen heads getting chopped
off.
And you just see the helmet rolling. So why not? I mean, it's not like you're gonna see blood or anything.
And I just felt like they could have handled that stuff a bit better. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's
more savage.
Yeah, it's war. We're at war. I mean?
Especially and touching on that, like especially because it's the last two episodes, so episode 12 I think, where Ezra says like Ezra says, look, they're not on our side, they're on the Force side. So I would expect the wolves to be a bit more, like overprotective and just not holding back. Like, you guys are a menace in my property, like in my land, so I'm just getting rid of you, period. I'm not thinking about anything else.
Another thing I didn't like here, this might be a bit controversial, the governor who works with the rebels, their plan was for him to contact Governor Price and say, oh, I want to be on your side, give me immunity and blah, 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 blah. Now, I wanted him to really have done that.
Right.
I wanted him to really have turned on the rebels because he made good points. He made good points. And I wouldn't have even thought he was a coward. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, oh, this is cowardly for even you. But like, for his mindset, for his way of trying to save Lothal, I could understand that. Like, all right, we gave it our best shot. Kanan's done. Boom. I surrender. Right. And I'm going to give you up the rebels, but let me, do you know what I'm saying? Don't prosecute me and let me do my thing in Lothal. Do you know what I'm saying? But then where they turn it back when he's just like,
oh, like, should you tell her?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell her that this was all a plan. Like, bruv, like, that. I don't like that. And another thing, sorry, but is, they had Callus turn. Rebels have got to turn as well, man. Like, Rebels have got to turn as well.
This is I gotta agree with you 1000% on that.
I thought you was gonna disagree.
No, not at all. Because when that happened, at first, obviously, I thought, okay, this is just because it's Price. I'm like, she's gullible. She just wants to get rid of these guys. She'll fall for the trap. Then I was like, oh, he's not a trap. So we're really going with this, like, and it wasn't just like, oh, he just brought them in. Like, they actually had a fight. Like, there was a battle, and then they literally lost. They lost that first phase of the battle. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then when that happened with, like, I think that bit was a bit dodgy as well, because how would Ezra know, like, the exact time, the ghost would come?
Well, Hera sent the
beacon. The beacon. But it's just like, the timing was just like too perfect for the, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that never really supposed to be like perfect. So to me, that kind of threw me off, and I was just like, I would have preferred if you actually would have turned. And now that they came through, maybe at that time I was also thinking maybe this is where the wolves come in, because we saw them on the other side, and then they disappeared. So then and then all of a sudden, where there's a fight near where the wolves were, they're nowhere to be seen.
See, the only change I would have made if it was me was when all the rebels are on their knees and have surrendered, and he stands up and he's like, yeah, we've caught them. Hera still sends the beacon. Hera still shows up at exactly the same moment. They shoot everyone. He gets killed. Boom. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing changes. But yeah, man was giving man up. Like, I don't know, like, sorry for everyone who likes that character, but I just felt like, for me, I felt like he would have had justifiable reasons to surrender. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, so. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that bit. Anything else that you didn't like?
No. And even those things that I didn't like, they're minors. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a great episode. One thing that I really like about this episode was, and Rebels have turned this up in season 4, is like, I don't even know what to call it, like the cinematography. Like, there's this part where Sabine is flying, shooting people, and the camera's like following her in her path. But then it like, she goes out of shot, and you see this in Rogue One, where she goes out of shot and it goes straight in like a continuous shot into Ezra fighting against the assassin. I was like, that is movie stuff. Like, you don't see that stuff in animations,
that
bro.
Camera
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's
mad, bro. It's mad. So that stuff was like, the directing, all of that stuff's always top par. It's been next level this season, but I love that stuff.
The music as well, top notch.
See, like, do you know what? Yeah,
that was one of the best parts as well in this.
I think music and sound and all that stuff is important in Star Wars, but I felt like this episode hit it on the head. Like, the moment when Sabine shows up and the Star Wars theme plays, I was just like
something's about to happen.
Yeah, I just felt like it felt epic. It felt like I was watching a movie like for the first time. Do you know what I'm saying? And I love that about Ripples. I love that it can pull that out of me, man. But yeah, man, I love this episode, man. It was legit. It was a good
entry.
Yeah, it was a good prelude.
Yeah, it's a good
prologue to the main event.
I can't wait to watch. What's that? The next one is that whole hour.
Yeah, it's like 2 episodes.
2 episodes, so almost an hour, isn't it?
Yeah,
something
good
like
45, 50 minutes. So
well, there you have it, guys. So this is our review for episode 14. If you've watched it, jump in the comment section below. Let us know what Tagwan. Do you need to open the dictionary for this one?
Urban Dictionary, Watagwan or Wagwan. It just means let us know what is going on, what is happening. Do you know what I'm saying? Get me?
And we'll see you at the next review. I'm Raven the GS.
I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
And see you then.